So here we have the Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside though, you can see it's a 5-door estate car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So the tailgate on this car will open electronically. You can do that from the key or from the tailgate itself. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we've got plenty of boot space. We've got those reversing sensors as well, and 3 individually folding rear seats should you wish to increase this space even further. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in excellent condition the whole way round, and a really lovely looking car as well. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Just briefly before we climb into the car properly, I wanted to show you the electric seat controls you have here. So you have this for driver and passenger. They come with 3 different memory settings as well, and you have your heated seat up here. So you've got 3 different heat settings. Again, exactly the same for the passenger side of the car as well. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the speedometer and the fuel gauge, and on the right-hand side, the rev counter and coolant temperature gauge. In the centre, you'll see the total miles for this car. They are 33,101. You can change the information that's displayed in that section using buttons on the steering wheel for various bits of trip computer, fuel economy information, and that digital readout for the speedometer as well. If we back out to the steering wheel, the buttons I was using just a second ago are here. Over on the right hand side, we have stereo and phone controls for the car. Just behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus pedals will enable you to change up and down a gear manually with this automatic gearbox. And then over in the centre, you'll find the main screen for the car. So we're on the radio menu at the moment. All of the movement you see me making on the screen is being done using this dial just here. We have our volume for the stereo down here as well. We have various stereo buttons along here, as you can see, so you can access things like, for example, your satellite navigation. Lovely clear colour display, as you can see. It's a very easy system to use, and if I pop the vehicle into reverse, you'll also see we have a full colour reversing camera available to us as well. Working our way down from that screen, we have controls for your dual zone climate control, so you're able to adjust the passenger temperature up and down, the driver temperature up and down. You can increase and decrease the fan speed from here, and you can determine what direction you'd like the air to be distributed in. All adjustments, as you make them, will show along the bottom of the screen just here. Once you're happy with your settings, air conditioning is on at the minute, so you can turn it off, back on again. You can recirculate the air that's in the car, or hit auto. In doing so, the car will now maintain the temperatures that you've asked for by taking control of the fan speed and the direction of the air for you. If you make any manual adjustment, you'll see auto has now gone off. Below that, we have our CD player. The buttons I mentioned a moment ago, where you can do things like pairing your telephone, you can listen to your radio, listen to your own music as well, of course, and with our hazard warning lights just there. We've got some storage, a 12-volt charging socket, and a couple of cup holders. And then back round to this dial again. As I say, we have the volume for the stereo just here. You can make adjustments to the vehicle's suspension and the way it drives using the controls on the left-hand side of that dial. The last thing I wanted to talk about are the glass roofs that you see up here. So we have a button that will open up the sun blinds. So you can leave it like that, and as you can see, that lets in a huge amount of extra light. But you can, if you wish to, open the front section as a sunroof as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at West Horsley Motors. We'd love to hear from you soon.